What if every coincidence you brush off is actually a message waiting to be understood? What if nothing that keeps repeating in your life is random? And what if the universe isn't silent, but speaking to you in patterns? We often think life is chaos. Random people, random events, random heartbreaks, random opportunities. But look closer. Have you ever noticed? The same type of relationship keeps entering your life. The same mistake keeps repeating, even when you thought you learned from it. The same emotion, fear, anger, insecurity, keeps returning, just with new faces and new situations. Patterns are not accidents. Patterns are teachers. And the universe teaches through repetition. It whispers first. If you ignore the whisper, it speaks louder. If you ignore the voice, it becomes a storm. Not to punish you, but to wake you. Imagine life as a classroom. Every challenge is a subject you must one day pass. The universe does not give up on the lesson just because you do. If you avoid learning self-worth, you will attract people who test it. If you avoid boundaries, you will meet people who push them. If you run from healing, you will repeat the same wounds in new forms. Not because fate is cruel, but because your soul is persistent. Growth is not optional. It is your purpose. We call things coincidences because we don't know how to read the message. You think, why do I keep meeting the same kind of people? Why does this fear return? Why do I always end up in the same situation? One pattern repeated twice is a coincidence. Repeated 3 times, it becomes a mirror, not showing life, but showing you your beliefs, your wounds, your comfort zone disguised as destiny. Here's a truth many avoid. The universe doesn't repeat patterns to frustrate you. It repeats them because you are ready to break them. Patterns exist until awareness exists. Once you see the pattern, you can respond differently. And that moment, that shift is evolution, a new vibration, a new timeline, a new you. Some call it destiny. Some call it karma. Some call it energy. The word is not important. The transformation is. There are 3 ways messages appear. 1. Emotional patterns. If a situation triggers the same emotion repeatedly, anger, jealousy, fear, abandonment, the universe is showing you where healing is needed. Emotions are signals, not enemies. 2. Relationship patterns. The same type of people. Dynamics or endings mean there is a lesson in trust, worthiness, boundaries, or love that hasn't been integrated yet. Relationships are mirrors, not destinations. 3. Life circumstance patterns. Financial struggles, repeated failures, stuckness. These point toward limiting beliefs, identity scripts, or unclaimed potential. Life reflects you, not the other way around. To shift a repeating pattern, ask, what is this trying to teach me? How am I contributing to this cycle? What response have I never tried before? Growth happens not when the situation changes, but when you do, the moment you choose a new response, you break the loop. And the universe will stop repeating that chapter because you have finally passed it. Once a lesson is integrated, life changes quietly. You attract calmer relationships. You respond instead of react. You no longer chase. You align. You no longer repeat. You evolve. And then new lessons appear. Not because you're failing, but because you're expanding. Growth is infinite. Awareness is infinite. You are infinite. So the next time a pattern repeats, instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this trying to show me? Because life isn't random. Coincidences aren't accidental. Patterns aren't accidental. They are messages, road signs, awakenings wrapped in repetition. The universe doesn't shout. It speaks softly, again and again, until you listen. Maybe the signs were always there. You just weren't ready to understand them.